Good afternoon, my little fluffy potatoes. How are you? It's wee Paddy from across the shuck, and you're very welcome this morning. I have got another smashing unboxing, and I'm going to open it with a really smashing knife. And the reason I'm doing this with this is they both come from the same company. This is Farley Knives in the UK. It's the only distributor for Jack Wolf knives. Now, I know you've heard of Jack Wolf knives, but they're in small batch numbers because there's about 300 released every month. So at the moment they're small numbers. So if you want them, don't hesitate. Get over to Farley Knives and show an interest in Jack Wolf knives. Let them know you're interested. Leave your name, whatever. They will sort you out. They'll do it their end. They're very professional, a fantastic family run. Mamas and Papas group shop, as they're called in the United States. Just a little small sports shop in the UK. Absolutely fantastic with a huge reputation. I also got this from them, which is the giant mouse is Farley. And they've sold out nearly straight away. They've just got a new batch of Farleys in. So if you've shown interest in one of these, contact Farley Knives again. And get your Farley, because this is another super knife. See my review on the giant mouse Farley. Absolutely smashing knife. So it's back in stock. It's UK legal. It has the wire pocket clip. Absolutely fantastic. Now, I'll use this to open it up. Now, this is the way the box. I just love this. This is why, this is what I call Mama's and Papa's store, where they tie it up. They make the presentation a little bit more special. This came bubble wrapped and then in a postal wrapping. So they just look after what they're doing. I just love it. Just love it. I'm trying not to go. I'm trying not to get too excited, folks, because, well, I'll mention my little apology at the end. Or not the end. I'll probably do it before I start. Anyway, let's get it open, see what's in here. Yes, I will put my knife away once I find out I don't need it. Look at this. Beautifully wrapped. Absolutely lovely. Then it comes in an outer box from Jack Wolf Knives. Just to keep the inner box. Let me just get this. Oh, here we go. Just to keep the inner box good. Is this... No, I can pull. I'm not going to really go... Oh, there we go. And there we are. This is the Jack Wolf Knives. Comes in that beautiful matte embossed package. Oh, now, I don't know whether this is private or this is what's going to be coming with the Jack Wolf Knives. Let me just open this. This might be another little surprise. Let me just set that back a bit so I can work with my hands underneath this phone. Lovely little envelope. Oh, they're lovely. I've been wanting one of these to put at the top of my board where I keep my special customers, my special Farley knives. So you get a little Farley knives. He said he was going to do this, and he has done it. This is a tea bag. For Paddy's potato peelers, you get a little cup of tea. Isn't that just lovely? I hope you all get that, because that's brought a huge smile to my face. Thank you so much to Andrew and his father. That is just a super. So I've got Farley knives. Hi, Stephen. Please find Ben's lot included. Regards, Andrew and Frank. Andrew's your son, Frank's the father. Thank you so much. So I've got this. I will put this up at the top of my board for people to see and use it. Now I'm going to set, there's quite a bit of stuff that comes with these knives, which I enjoy immensely. Lovely solid box that it comes in. Fantastic. Now, let's get that down there. And this is what it is again. And this one is, let me just get that. The lead back jack green canvas micarta. This time, if you remember, my sharpshooter was in the fancy oh, what's it called? The carbon fiber, the dark matter carbon fiber. This is in green micarta, and I'm going to get the different coverings in each knife and try and move it about so you get to see the different micartas that comes with. This is green micarta, and I love it. so is this. So it'll be nice to give a comparison, because no micarta is ever the same. A lot of them, although I do believe this is American micarta, which is usually very, very good. So this is the box. And I'm not rushing this time because I'm enjoying this. The pleasure I get of making myself wait is a... This is the writing on the back that I didn't read out the last time, and I really feel as if I want to. These knives are named after Ben's grandfather. So I'll give you a little readout of this here to save you doing it. Jack Wolfe Belkin was my grandfather. He carried a well-used slip knife every day in his pocket. As far back as I can remember, I was fascinated with his knives, and I couldn't wait to have one just like it. And so many of us are like that. That boyhood fascination grew into this company, which I created to honour him and bring you the best knives I am capable of producing. That is lovely. That is just so lovely, because I know Ben and I know what he can create and what he expects of any knife that he gets. So I accept that as that's the truth. Inside this box you will find an exceptionally crafted knife made from the finest modern materials. It will serve your everyday needs and provide you the emotional satisfaction gained from the experiencing the functional art. I am forever grateful to you for your support. I hope each Jack Wolfe knife brings you the same satisfaction and excitement as it does for me. Ben Belkin, owner, operator. Isn't that lovely? That to me personalises it. That means that Ben has put his heart and soul into these. That's what that means to me. It's dead simple. Once you bring someone like a grandfather, who are really important people, we hope, in our grandchildren's lives, that just makes it special. And that's where my apology has to come. The last time, it was a couple of my subscribers had said that I was a bit maybe defensive about the price. And look, I'm going to be honest with you. That first knife, I'd waited a year and a half for that knife to get on my doorstep, and I was pumped, and I mean pumped. And I want to apologise that if I said anything in the video or in the comments that I wrote back that felt as if I was imposing my will on you, it was never that. It was just excitement. I love that knife, and I hope I'm going to love this one just as much. So if I did maybe, I hope I didn't offend, because I never use offensive language, but if I got a bit excited, my bad and my fault. And I know Ben wouldn't expect that from somebody representing his company, and it won't happen again. This is an expensive knife, and you get all the trappings of an expensive knife and more, in my opinion, than a lot of others at this price range. That, you know, even this box is just super. Now, I hope I haven't offended you anyway, and if I had, you have my... I really genuinely apologise from my heart, but I was pumped like a little schoolgirl. So I accept that I maybe said things that weren't my usual sort of character, and I hope you don't hold that to me, and accept the apology for what it is. Look at my little tea bag. Isn't that just... I just think that's cracking. So that's what something that Frank and Andrew have done themselves to add in that little touch of getting something special. We're back to this tin. How lovely is the embossed lid on that tin. And on the bottom, we have the bullet hole. I used to have these in my windows, and I lived in a country where that wasn't really a great idea. But anyhow, so there's laid back Jack on his waterboard. I'm not a surfer, that's a surfboard. Jack Wolfe Knives, and this is the laid back Jack. And this is a takeoff from the sway back Jack. That's a popular pattern. This is Ben's interpretation of it. I think it's smashing. I think the artwork is absolutely super. And it's done by Sean Tiffany. His website's there, and he has designed, as everybody has said, he's designed cartoons for Marvel and things like that. So a really high quality artist being brought in to promote a knife. I love it. I absolutely love it. So the second one that's going to go on my shelf, of many I hope, there we go. We get the little pog, as I now know what they are, and there he is, laid back Jack, surfing his heart away there with the sun behind him. How beautiful. Really nice. Really nice. Inside, and again, I make no apologies because I believe this is all part of this package, all part of this presentation, and I'll show it every time because of that. So there we go. We get the lovely cloth. We also get, oh, that's about that. I'm going to leave this sitting here. I want to get it in the frame so you can see the laid back jack. Let's have it there. The laid back jack. We get a new sticker. Oh, that is good. I like that. That will go on my board as well. So they're getting filled up, my board spaces. Let's put it there. We get another sheath for the knife. These are absolutely smashing. I have to say, if you're worried that you need to buy another one, you don't need to worry. These are lovely. They're more of a suede type thing, but in the pocket. Because of this material, it keeps it sitting up really straight in your pocket. I love them. I'll use them. For each knife, I will use this. I don't need... And I love leather sheaths. This is a leather sheath, by the way. Stitching, beautiful on it. And this is just comes with the package. Again, fantastic. We get a green cloth with this one. And I'm just going to unroll this. Come on, then. Oh, I'm getting excited again. That is stunning looking. Can you not see it? That's a damn shame. So here we go. We get this beautiful cloth with the embossed Jack Wolf knives on it. Super. I love that. Here is the knife. Oh, look at that. Bare end, and a bare end, for those that don't know, just means you'll have a bolster up here. The last knife had an end cap on it, which is just a, it's a titanium in that knife, but has an end cap of a steel or titanium bottom to the knife. This is a bare end. Well, there's nothing there. Very, very simple. And look at that. Now, a sway back is where the back comes up a little bit. This is lovely in that it doesn't come up too high. Which I do like, because when you're holding it in this handle shape, you don't want a big scoop up here because it's going to make you feel uncomfortable. It has the same construction, titanium integral liner and bolster. So that means it's just one piece of titanium that comes along. It's cut out up and the bolster. So that takes an awful lot of work. This is what makes this knife just that little bit more expensive, but not to its equals. It's about the same price as another knife of this quality. So I have no problems with it. I know it's dear, and I know everybody can't get one. But if you save to get one out of this batch of knives, whatever model you like, you will not be disappointed. You genuinely, in my eyes, you will not be disappointed. It's smashing. Let me just check the back. Look how tight that back spring is. There is nothing to find on there. As the policeman says, there's nothing here to see. Move on. It's just beautiful termination straight across there. Oh, look at the blade centering. Just about perfect. Isn't that a neat and tidy little knife? I love that. The nicest part of these knives is the walk and talk, in my opinion. And that's, as a slip joint man, that's the fidget factor. That's the fidget factor. So, oh yes. That lovely retention at the top there. That is just beautiful. So, the walk and the talk. Isn't that just beautiful? That is just... stands up like a sergeant major when you're bringing her back down again. Isn't that beautiful? Now, look at that blade shape. There is a beautiful Wharncliffe, if you'll ever see one, with a drawn swedge coming up here over the nail nick. It is stunning. Stunning. Now, I'm going to give you some measurements. It weighs about the same as the last one, and that means it's just about the right weight for your pocket. That's all you're getting. I'm not doing it. It weighs just over 2 ounces. They're somewhere around between 2 and 2.5, I would say. It's absolutely it's just gorgeous. So let me see what size this blade is. This blade has a cutting edge of 2.5 inches and an overall length of 2 7/8, somewhere around there, but well under the 3-inch legal limit that we have in the UK. So anywhere in the world that you have to be under 3 inches, this knife will do you. This is a beautiful knife for anybody. Look at the way that, it's hard to see that. I don't know. Look, this is where the knife breaks. It disappears, doesn't it? I mean, that is what you're paying for. That's the difference between customs and just ordinary expensive knives, is that the fit and finish is usually way above it. And even the feel in the hand, there's something about them feels different. And I can't get that over to people, unless you've felt it. You just get, and you need to feel it with other knives. Do you know what I mean? Oh dear, I can't. This to me is the most, especially if you do a lot of work where you want detailed work done. The blade shape is going down the way you can get your finger on it. Nice little cuts. But anything whittling, if you want to do, this is a cracking knife as a whittling knife, which is, probably where I'm going to use it quite a bit, because it's a very thin behind the edge. And let me tell you, this is no thicker than the last one. So we're probably talking about 10 thousandths behind the edge. That is a razor. Trust me, it's a razor. Let me get a little bit of paper and I'll give it a bit of a slice for you. Where's my paper? You'd think I would be organised for this, wouldn't you? But when you get as excited as I do to get something like this, look at that. That's just, it is razor sharp. And I mean razor sharp. Sometimes I do this, but I don't do it very often because sometimes I don't think you need to. Let me just do this here. That was just, sorry, one little swipe and the hairs are jumping off my arm. Stay still, man. They're jumping off my arm onto that blade. And there was no pressure. No, there's no mark where I dug the knife in. It's just being drawn slowly across. There we are. No pressure, just full of hair. Super. So there's not many knives that come to you this sharp with an edge that good. There's not many at all out there whatsoever. 10,000 behind the edge is something to keep that sort of workmanship. That takes an awful lot to get right on every batch. This is the second one, and it's exactly the same as the first one. The pull in this one is, I would say, it's about a 6, maybe going up, and the final part of the pull is maybe about a 6.5. Now these are just mine, and this, when people tell you the pull numbers, we all feel differently, we all pull differently, we all have that perception. But sort of, me on my channel, I give my version of it. So if you've seen other knives with that sort of version, it makes it easier for you to if you're getting it from somebody it's what I think is about a 7 going back there to 6. But that's about a 6 opening and about a 6.5 on the way back. Perfect for a pocket knife. Absolutely perfect. Again, this is just an initial impression. I wanted to get it out there and let you see it. There's it, and there's the Ace Farley. I'll put that beside it. Now, the Ace Farley is a beautiful knife. It's a beautiful knife, about the same size. It's UK legal. This is about 150. This is 250. That's £100 difference. Why is there £100 difference? One, you're getting a knife that has, in only its second outing from this company, it has produced another knife with the exact same fit and finish that I have seen so far. And if it changes, I'll let you see. Although, Ben, I just like as a person, but if the knives are not going to be as good as that price warrants, I genuinely will say, I will call it out. But I can honestly tell you, the difference with this in hand is just unbelievable. It's custom standard. It is custom standard. And I know it's dear, and I'm really sorry for those who maybe can't afford it, but if you can in any way save up and buy one of there's about 11 or 12 coming, just save up and get one. And then I'll accept it. If you think I'm waffling, I'll accept it. But you'll not. It is just a stunning, stunning knife. And the tip on this is fantastic. This is an EDC use. This is not a hard use. When you're whittling, you're using softer wood. Well, I do. I buy the softer wood for whittling. For desk work, for anything like that, and anything you want to cut, this is a knife. It cuts. It has the most stupidly thin. Look at that. It nearly disappears on my table. It nearly disappears on my table. It is so thin behind the edge. I'd be surprised if you have another one that's as thin as this in your collection. But there you go. J.W. Knives is here. It will be released on the 13th of the month. The 13th of the month. So in the UK, that's from midnight on the 13th. You can order this knife from Fraymar Knives. I'll put their details down below. The best way you just get them is just tap Fraymar Knives into Google. Their name comes up. You can go onto their web straight from that page, and you can find out a bit about Fraymar Knives. They sell lots of knives, but they are specialising in more higher end. But they have knives that are £100 as well and up. And just go over, see what they've got. This is a fantastic knife, the Farley, and they've now got them back in again. Please go and check that. This will be available at midnight on Tuesday night, going into Wednesday. Just get over there. It's small batches. There's not a whole lot. Be sure to get over and register your interest with Andrew or Frank and let them know that you want one of the knives. They'll go quickly, folks. Just get over there. This is a super, super second blade in this company that is going places, because if this is the standard, they're made overseas. Let's not, I'm not going to hide that fact, but this sort of standard is, I don't care, as long as I'm getting what I perceive to be £250 worth of knife. This is a beautiful, you could put this in a box and look at it for the rest of your life. Not what I'll do. Will I abuse this knife? No. I've been abusing the other one because I wanted to see what the steel's like. I wanted to see how it cuts in bits of wood and whatever. And that will be coming up. I'll be doing a live demo. It's coming back to me next week. It's out for another review. Smashing Young channel. I'll give him a shout out once he goes up live and puts his video up. But you'll see it. Follow him. He's a nice fella. Does a lot of high-end knives. So I wanted to give it to somebody who knew what to look for in a high-end knife, to give his honest opinion. I gave him no rules, none whatsoever. I told him to use it, carry it, cut with it, then give his review, as I do to everybody. So, another super offer. And Ben, thank you so much. Andrew and Frank, thank you for your attention to detail. This is just lovely. A tea bag. I'm going to go and finish this cup of tea, and I wish you all the very best. And if you're going to get one of these, let me know what you think of it. No, let our subs, let our little group of people here in the UK especially know what you think of it. But to those of you in America, get this knife. It's going to be available Wednesday. I'll put down below a list of all the places you can get it in the UK, Europe and America. Get out there on Wednesday. Show your support. You'll not be disappointed. This is beautiful. Thank you very much. I'm away. Take care. Have a lovely rest of your day.